What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Box Out Boys podcast. We are the NBA podcast of the people, your home for lukewarm takes and substandard analysis. I'm Titus Two Shots Dominguez, and with me tonight is Chris, the Stats Man Gorman. Hit him with the stats, Chris.
Hey. San Antonio Spurs were the first team to win 4 straight road games by 25 plus points. Them and the Thunder, and it used to be the Lakers until everyone went down, have lost like a combined 6 games. So that was pretty cool for a while.
That's ever in the league?
Or is the Spurs I said like 3 different things. The Spurs are first team 4 straight road games by winning by 25 plus points. Just to give an inkling of state of the league right now, where they're just blowing out teams on the road.
Just blowouts on the road. Oh, when he's ready for Amen Corner, this is Alon Bosch, Joey McCroskey. Get that, Joe.
I'm astounded that you have a reference for the Masters. That is,
I've seen it.
That is well done. I'm proud of you.
I watched it once or twice.
I am ready for Amen Corner. That's right.
All right, boys, we're ready for the show tonight. We got big news for us in the Bulls world. We'll get to that. Major shakeups happening organizationally. We got a little update on our preseason picks, and then we'll start to look at the play-in picture that should be pretty much locked up. We know for the most part which teams are going to be involved, and then that's coming up, I believe, this weekend, early next week. So it'll be nice to have the play-in picture kind of out of the way, and then we can start talking about actual playoff games. So, all right, without any further ado, let's just get into it, guys. Joey, we'll start with you here, bud. You want to break the big news of the week?
Yeah. The Bulls finally sacked up and fired Arturas Kanisovas and Mark Eversley.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Kanisovas, something like that. Yeah.
Doesn't matter now, guys.
I've heard it both ways. Yeah, you're right. It does not matter.
Anyways.
All right. I'm going to try and do this in a constructive way. So some of the positives, okay? This has nothing to do with the firing, but so the Bulls have $65 million in usable cap space. Okay. They have a draft pick that has potential to be a top 5 selection.
True.
They have potential for a second first-round pick if the Blazers make the playoffs this year.
Yes, is also a possibility.
And they do have a handful of useful players on the current team under contract. There's 3 big ones I think that everybody's kind of going back to. It's Trey Jones, Giddey, and Buzelis.
Yep.
Seem to be the 3 that everybody is kind of jumping around. Now the negatives of this, you can't reward them for doing what they should have done, right? 2 seasons ago, probably.
Yeah.
I guess you give them some props for it, but the scariest part coming out of this is the press conference that happened a day after, and there was no need to have the press conference a day after. They could have waited 2 weeks till the season ended and done it then. They could have had a lot of their hypotheticals answered by that point, and a lot of their thoughts put together and kind of had some actual direction other than just kind of here's what we're thinking. And the scary part, I think, out of all of this is they're trying to say that they're looking for something new and they're trying to change and be better. And they're falling back on their same old tricks with the whole Billy Donovan thing. Now, I don't disagree that Billy wasn't the problem, or that Billy hasn't been the problem, I guess, for these seasons. He probably got more out of some of these rosters than they should have gotten. That being said, though, when you're going to overhaul your front office and you look at the positives that the team has with potentially 2 first-round picks in this year's draft, the open cap space, and whether we all agree or not, a potential good young player and a potential, all-star point guard, if they can stay healthy, you can't limit your pool to somebody who is going to have to be forced to accept the head coach that they take the job for. Like you have to give a person who's in charge of hiring a head coach the ability to make that decision. Now you can go out there and say publicly, like, we think Billy's fine, and if he sticks around, great. If he doesn't, so be it. But the way that they said it, where it's basically a pass fail, right? If
you are not on board with Billy,
right, if you're not 100% on board, you're out. Like it's the pass fail, and that to me makes no sense. That to me is the scariest part of this entire thing. It's also scary that John Paxson is still involved. I think everybody kind of forgot that
that was insane.
That he was still there. And to be fair, when they removed him for AK, they didn't hide the fact that he was still going to be hanging around. But I mean, I'm glad that they did it, because I think that they've shown that they can't get a build right. So why would you trust them with the potential of this draft and the possibility of having 2 first-round picks in it, and all that cap space that they've faltered on all of those options before. So it made sense that it had to happen. It should have happened sooner, but I don't think they'd be in anywhere a different position. Maybe they keep Io, or maybe they squeeze a first-round pick out of like one of those trades that they've made over the past 2 seasons. But all in all, it's the right thing to do. And I guess the most damning thing that I've seen out of this entire thing is Patrick Williams went on record today stating that
I saw this,
basically gave them all the support and said, these guys were great for me and they're my like role models, basically. And everybody was just like, that is the biggest piece of evidence that you needed, that this was the right thing to do, because the only person that seems to care that these guys are no longer there are the one that essentially has handcuffed them to mediocre play and $90 million contract.
Driving the car when Jaden Ivey was on that IG Live. So
he was.
I don't know. I was just
whoa.
I'm trying to leave that part out of it, because like I don't even think they deserve the credit.
That's the straw that broke the camel's back. That's just like, all right, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
this is embarrassing. We don't care that we're the laughing stock of the league, that everyone thinks we don't know what to do. And when we have a player, going on a full meltdown.
I've been trying to like sift through that, and I was like, do I fault them for that, or is it like, hey, you took a swing and you didn't have to give up a lot for it, and you just missed and you didn't know about this? But then the more you read, and apparently this was a well-known thing that he was causing some trouble up in Detroit, and that's why Detroit had no interest in him. So again, if you do your job, I mean, your sole job is to find people that aren't going to do exactly what they just did.
Yeah, like you could look at it. I mean, like I said, we don't want to get too much into that, but you look at it in the sense of they had to cut this guy because of stuff he was doing, where Detroit got rid of him for a piece in Kevin Herter and
Herter's not nothing.
He's not nothing. Yeah, exactly. They got something for this loser. Chris, give us your general thoughts just on the firing, how you felt, and maybe some of
the timing on this was probably everything. Like, are they going to hire somebody before the draft? I guess I think there's one NFL team,
right?
They're hiring a search firm to go through it, so that sounds like a long process to me.
Yeah, better hustle up here.
I love the idea of. I saw there's already a thing about like Masai Ujiri and Will Dang partnering as like a GM.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Masai Ujiri, since the Kawhi trade, he swung for the fences and hit a home run with Kawhi for that year. But really, since then, like if you look at some of those signs, Emmanuel Quickly, Jakob Poeltl, it's kind of a weird team up in Toronto.
Yeah.
But they did it. Okay, The White Sox are the same thing. Kenny Williams is still in the front office, and the White Sox are still one of the laughing stocks of baseball. John Paxson's still in the front office for the Bulls. While the ownership is there, they're going to continue to be a laughing stock. Nothing's going to change. So I am very pessimistic.
Yeah. I mean, you guys kind of said a lot of it. Obviously, the right move. Took too long. That press conference sapped any little bit of hope buzz from me just watching that, going, it's the same old Bulls, man.
Yep.
As I'm a big Billy supporter, I really do like Billy. I don't think he's, a bad coach by any stretch. But yeah, just the flat, you can't hire your own guy if you want to. Yeah. That makes no sense to me. Like, no. I get it. You can give him support and say, hey, we would like to continue to have Billy here. We think he's a good coach. We think, the next GM should try to work with them,
Yeah.
if possible. But at the end of the day,
It's up to them.
Yeah, it's going to be up to them whether or not they, they feel that Billy's the right coach for what their vision of the team is going to be. So that was weird because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, does that eliminate candidates? Is there somebody?
You won't get the best of the GMs then. You'll just
Yeah.
get a GM that's like, fine, I'll listen to ownership because it's not like
Yeah.
ownership has a longer, more say in the decision process than a lot of good GMs would like.
Yeah. And also sounds like, okay, there's things that ownership is going to tell me I can't do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a trade or it's a move that, I want to get rid of P-Will. I don't, think he's we owe him 90, whatever. We need to hang on to him for a little bit, or you can't accept that as a return for him, blah, blah, blah. So,
did you know he has a player option on that contract?
Yeah.
Sounds about right. No wonder he'd love those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's like, you haven't even filled out the job application yet, and there's already a disclaimer at the bottom that says, you're forced into this.
Yeah.
Like, we're already telling you what you can and can't do. You haven't even interviewed.
Yeah.
You haven't even talked to us. You haven't even said if you're interested, but
just heads up.
Do this.
This guy's
just a heads up. This guy's here.
But it's like, even if, let's say you had a guy that was, didn't like Billy or whatever, just didn't feel he was the guy for the job. Like, they're already going to be in a fight to start. Like, even if they say, hey, look, I really think I can help the organization. I really want to be here, but for, maybe it's a step up for them. They're going from an assistant GM to a GM or something.
Yeah.
And they like the opportunity. So they still want to do it. They may have to fight to get the guy they want in the door, just to start from the beginning, which is crazy. So
I saw Shams on like NBA Today or something was saying that this is a highly coveted job. And
should be.
One of the other people at the table looked at him and said, how is this highly coveted? And he said, well, if you think about it, this organization is so loyal to a fault that that your job is safe for
10 years.
For 10 years, right? Like,
yeah.
you could fuck it up as bad as it possibly can be, and they're not going to fire you until you make a trade for someone like Jaden Ivey. Like, that's what it takes.
After years of messing up.
Right. After years of all the writing on the wall of what happened.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
And I think that's another thing too. Like, oh man, it's just so frustrating with this organization because this should be a coveted job. This should be something people are lining up for to go, hey, I want to be the GM for the Chicago Bulls. I want to bring them back to glory, whatever. It's the number 3 market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Kind of like Notre Dame was still bad.
Yeah.
Coaches kept coming in there and be like, if I revitalize this team, I'm
right. If I save it.
What
do you think about Billy going to the front office? Because they kind of floated that idea that if he doesn't want to coach anymore,
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I think he's either the coach or he's out. You could have him be a consultant or some sort of in the background, but he can't be the number 1 decision maker on your roster.
Why not?
He's too close to it. I think he's too close and he's too like emotionally tied to what it's been. And I think to me, like, maybe you probably would know, Chris, like, but how many times has that worked?
I think of Brad Stevens, obviously.
It's like it, right?
Those are like the 2.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head beyond the 2. And those are great situations.
I don't think Billy's a bad coach or not a smart guy or nothing, but like, I also don't think he's Pat Riley. So like, it's maybe, but it doesn't have a huge success track record. I don't know. I don't love it. Especially, I think if you had maybe a stronger organizational stuff, you could bring him in and sort of work him into that role. Sure. But who would he have as like support to go to or to kind of learn from and learn the ropes from? I mean, John Paxson, that's it. It's like, come on.
I mean, maybe that's all right. Maybe
maybe
that does make sense. And it's, I don't know. I don't think they're going to go after someone like Bob Myers. I don't think they want someone who's going to say it's my show and it is what it is.
No, I don't think they will.
But I was listening to the radio the other day after it happened, and somebody called in and was like, pondering the question of, do you think that they're doing this because they've now become the actual laughing stock of the city? Because for a long time, they were just the background because the Bears were not great.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Bears made the aggressive moves that they did and got it right finally,
Mhm.
but the Bulls were like shit.
I don't think so.
Like we're now the actual laughing stock. People are
It took
paying
now.
attention to it and like,
Now come on.
oh, we need to maybe
Marcus
be
Field
like them
Village
more.
like
It kind of made me wonder. I was like, you know what? It's kind of not wrong. Like everybody was kind of bad for a while, and it was like, well, whatever. But now it's like it's just you. It's really just you. Like the White Sox are bad, but
they say the Sox.
but they've done some things right. Like they've got that Morikawa or whatever his name is. Like they have like some stuff. They have like a
talking about the Sox?
plan. Yeah.
The Sox.
Oh, Munataka?
Yeah, Munataka, Morikawa, whatever. Like the Hawks have Connor Bedard. Like
yeah.
Each of the teams has like a sliver of hope, and the Bulls had no hope. And it was like, well, maybe we can't be
the only hopeless team.
We can't be hiding anymore.
Yeah, maybe that they were like everybody else at the job started bringing their performance up. They're like, wait a minute, guys! I thought we were all being mediocre.
If you get a good general manager and a good coach, things can be better.
Any of you guys got any other ideas? I know, like I've heard a few names that I found interesting. Just kind of listening to some pods, but anything
names. I do have a scenario that I want to throw.
Yes, go ahead.
Like a Gobert type of like. How would you guys feel if like what's the Gobert kind of trade that the Bulls can make with a new GM hire? That's like this like Vucevic, I guess, was that trade the first time.
Yeah,
the splash trade.
It'd have to be. I think, given this season, it'd have to be like a Giannis trade, right?
Yeah, but Giannis is still good, right? Like that's still like, oh hey, they got Giannis. Like,
you're saying like what would be like a sort of a second
like
or third tier?
Oh, you don't want Ja.
Oh,
like Zion, I guess, would be the deal. Like so we finally go out and actually acquire Zion.
Okay, yeah, Zion trade would be the new GM syndrome of like, oh wow, and then you'd have to pump yourself up for it. Like, yeah, well, we got Zion, dude.
This guy's good. He just needs a change of scenery to really take us over the top.
I like it. No, the names I heard that I liked, I'm running by you guys. What do you guys think? And I don't know these guys' contract situations. I just some names that came up on a podcast I heard. Matt Lloyd, the Wolves GM, I guess, and then Zach Kleinman, the GM of the Grizzlies.
I've heard the Wolves GM floated a few times.
Yeah,
I have not heard one about the Grizzlies.
What's the benefit? Is it just because it's a different city? This is like when the Knicks were looking for a coach. They were like trying to go to other coaches who were already on teams.
Well, the Kleinman one I kind of liked, as like the Grizzlies have been a really well-run organization. I think they've, obviously they've kind of hit their ceiling with some of the stuff with Ja and things like that, but they've made smart moves, like getting off of Triple J when they needed to, and it does seem like they're going to be able to retool. I would like to maybe see, that's kind of maybe the hire I kind of want to see, is a guy that's sort of proven himself maybe with a smaller market team or in the like an assistant role or a GM, but like the guy from the Wolves, but he's not like the president of basketball operations there. He's just in a GM role. Some guy that's looking to kind of have a little bit more autonomy in the organization. I would like to see that kind of move versus like a retread, like a Bob Meyer or things like something like that. Even though I know they wouldn't go for something like that. But
were either one of those guys there when they drafted Ja and Ant?
I don't know about that one. I know Matt Lloyd, like I guess he spent some time with the Bulls too. So I'm not sure when or their times were around. I think Matt was fairly new in the role as GM there in Minnesota.
Because like everybody, like a lot of idiot meathead callers into their radio are like dogging the Bob Myers thing because they're like, well, he didn't draft Steph and Clay.
Yeah, I think that's, I heard that today.
Well, Steph and Clay were the figure pieces of those, but they don't win those titles. Like they had to build a team around them still.
Yeah.
And like he did go get Kevin Durant, which love it or hate it, he did it.
Yeah.
Like it happened. It's like I kind of like that he didn't draft Stephen Clay because I was like, well, he built a team around.
Yeah, he took two guys
already there. He took two guys. Was like, these are the pieces, and then we're going to build around it. So I don't know. I don't like anybody can draft.
Right?
Like,
That was his big thing. His
Like-
first move.
yeah, like anybody can draft Anthony Edwards. Like it's clear and obvious, right? When he's in the draft, anybody can draft John Morant. It's clear and obvious.
Yeah.
So Matt Lloyd, he spent his last 10 seasons with the Orlando Magic from 20
Okay. Yeah.
starting in 2012. So I think he was instrumental in trading Vooch.
Yeah. That's what was I heard too. That he traded Vooch to the Bulls. So
The Bulls love doing business with the same teams over and over and over.
Yeah.
The Wolves, the Magic, it's like
The Kings.
bread and butter. The Kings.
The Kings. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I'm very curious to see who they end up hiring. I don't. Do you guys have any like expectations? Because I really don't have expectations that I'm going to be like wowed or even excited about the hire. I feel like
Even
I'm just going to
Bob
go.
Myers,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
yeah,
Jerry's still around. Paxton's still. I no, I don't. But
I mean, I would be excited about that only in the sense of like, okay, they got a name. You know what I mean? Like, all right, they got somebody. But it was kind of like the Vooch trade. It was just, he was the hot name at the deadline, and they got the guy. That's what it would be for me if they got like a Myers or something. I'd be excited, but mostly in like cool. We got a name now. Now we can do something.
I think the best part of this situation is if they get the 2 picks in this draft,
yeah, would be big.
we're gonna know right away whether we agree or disagree with the decision. Like,
Ooh, okay.
like we're gonna know by the middle of the summer, you know,
Who they took, and then
if they got it right. Like if they pull some shit where they have like, you know, the number 4 pick and then like 15 and they take, you know, one really obvious choice and then at 15 they make some sort of random stretch and it's like, oh God, here we go again. But if they do something that like is expected and makes sense and everybody's kind of agreing with it, then it's like, all right, maybe they're onto something here.
they draft Yaxel. Are you excited?
So he's already been mocked to us. I've seen it.
I don't even know who that is.
The
Yeah, he's a-
23-year-old.
Is that the
The
guy from
Michigan.
Oh,
who's hurt.
Lundenberg.
Yeah.
Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Lindenborg. He's good, but I don't
He's got
think
a lot of heart. He's the perfect Bulls player. He played injured.
He is such
played,
a Bulls
He
player.
played 36 minutes in the final he could barely walk. Oh, we got to have him.
He didn't look good the whole time. So
But he had heart. He was out there and he wasn't hurt.
Cadeau looked good.
Come on.
But I don't even
Cadeau,
think he's gonna be
yes,
drafted.
my guy from North Carolina. Thank you. Finally looking good. Couldn't get it done for us in North Carolina, but you know, got it done for Michigan. Happy for him. Actually, side note, since we're on this, and I think we can kind of start moving off the Bulls here. I won my bracket, so
Oh,
Nice.
congrats.
I had Michigan winning the title, so
Nice.
Look at you.
called it.
Congrats. Who'd you have him beating though?
Go Big Blue.
I had him beating Duke.
Okay.
So I had him
Hey.
beating Duke. Duke, I had beating UConn. I was so happy that UConn lost. I can't stand that dude.
You can't
Hurley.
stand
Hurley.
I can't stand Hurley, man.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan either.
Not
I
my
like
kind of guy, but
I wouldn't want to like ever meet him or anything. But
You like-
you know,
like his coach.
what he is, I like him. You know,
Did you guys see the clip that he said I'm the best coach in the effing league?
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, why not?
I mean, but like that's the kind of stuff I get it from him, and I get the people that like it. I'm like, dude, you're losing the national championship game right now.
Yeah. Nah, I'm over it.
But
It was
anyways.
fun for a season.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah, he's trying that line for me. He hasn't gone too far yet.
He
Yeah.
headbutted a referee.
He had been a referee.
Did he?
Yeah.
I feel like I
Yes,
got
he did.
overblown.
Yes.
I don't know, man. He looked like he was like buzzing. Like you see how
He's
He
a
looked like you at karaoke night in Wrigleyville, Chris, singing System of a Down.
Oh, that's
I'd
great.
be surprised if he was on some kind of painkillers or.
All right.
he's just-
All right. He's not Tiger Woods. Let's
I
relax
think
here.
he's just an intense guy, man.
Just natural.
He's just natural,
Just
natural
So
intense.
cool.
Natural testosterone.
He's probably had some weird meat only diet or something.
He's probably tried that. Yeah.
He's tried that. All right, Joey, give us an update on our preseason picks.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting picks right.
For sure. Been updating as we go here. The big thing I want to hit on here is at the end of all of this, I said I think we're going to get 9 to 11 accurate picks. Okay, as I thought was
That's
going
what
to
you
be.
said prior.
Out of how many?
Yes.
Just, fans at home.
1, 2, 3. I guess I can just
No,
do it
we're
like
gonna
that.
count.
Let's see.
We're,
So
we're
we've
counting now on
got,
the podcast.
24. 24.
Okay,
It's a half.
it's a half.
So, but based on our previous history, 9 to 11 is pretty
It's
decent.
a solid
We got
run.
11 last year, so
Yeah.
we're gonna get MVP. It's Jokic or SGA. We have that covered.
Okay,
We're
What if
gonna get
Wemby gets
rookie.
it?
We're gonna get rookie of the year. We got that. Con and Cooper.
Coop. All right.
Chris has joined the sheet. I see. 6 man. We may get. I don't think Naz Reid is probably going to get it, but it's possible.
Who did I have?
Why not?
You had Jordan Clarkson and Peyton Pritchard.
All right.
We could get DPOY. I have Wemby. Chris has Chet.
Okay.
There's options
I
there.
think Chet gets it if Wemby doesn't meet the requirement, right?
Yep. Which is up in the air. Most improved player, Denny Avdia, is still on the table. He's low on the odds list, but it's possible. Clutch player of the year, Jokic is on the table, but
it's Ant. Is it not Ant? Or can he not be qualified? Does he not qualify for clutch anymore?
No, he doesn't. I think he misses out on all the awards.
Yeah, okay.
Coach of the year. I think we're gonna get coach of the year. I think Missoula.
All
There's
right.
a chance Missoula does it. Titus, you had him.
The Hurley of the NBA.
That's right. And then Titus, you already had the NBA Cup champ with the Knicks.
There we go.
I had the Pistons as the number 1 seed in the East, which you guys both dubbed as me throwing away my pick. So middle finger to you guys.
What a heat check from Joey.
That's the reason we did this entire exercise, is because I could pat myself in the back for that.
That's so good.
East number 8, the Raptors are still in play, which is a good lead in as we move to our next conversation. West number 8, the Blazers are extremely in play for the West number 8. So
and I would love for that to happen for us.
Chris picked them. I laughed really hard. Apparently, we were doing this, and I said we're going to get this one. So I really thought the West number 8 we were going to get between the Grizzlies, Spurs, and Blazers. So one of those are hitting. The rest of those are kind of like worst record. So Titus, you took the Hornets. Chris and I took Chris took the Jazz. I took the Wizards. So
right?
The Wizards have 17 and the Jazz have 21. So it looks like the Wizards are going to pull that off.
There's one.
Scoring title, Ant and SGA are still potentially out there, and then rebounds are all still alive, and Gobert, Jokic, and Sabonis. I think Sabonis is probably off the list now by the time I update this. But all that being said, we're looking at somewhere in that 9 to 11 range. So
look at us.
We're doing good. If we get coach of the year, this will be the first year since we started tracking it in this document that we will get coach of the year. So I'm very much looking forward to this. That also doesn't even count the East champs and MVPs and all that stuff. So if we get some of those right, guys, we might have one of our best scoring years in our preseason picks.
An awesome run.
Yeah,
man. Let's not get too excited just yet. But let's just
middle finger to you guys on the Pistons number 1.
I can't believe we said
number 1 scorer goes down and the Celtics still couldn't catch up. They went 11-2 in their last 13.
Man, they're good.
That's filthy.
I can't believe we said Joey threw away his pick. That's a great line by us.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that Chris logged that one. I'm glad that we have that set up as the hot takes go on the side.
That's what you look back.
Yep. I love
like now it looks like, oh yeah, of course the Pistons are good, but it's like no, we
thought he was throwing away his pick.
Yeah.
Who do we think? We must have thought Cavs, Knicks,
Magic.
Magic. Magic. Everybody was so high. Well, I was so high on the Magic.
And Atlanta was pretty high with the Kristaps trade.
Yes, I said Jamal Mosley is a lock for coach of the year for the Magic. So we were high on the Magic.
That didn't happen. I took Missoula, right? That's a me one. It feels like a me pick. All right, thank God.
Chris took Rick Carlisle. I think he thought the Pacers were going to somehow have a renaissance.
He used my logic there.
Yeah. But, I'm proud of us, guys. I think we have this really well covered. We didn't. Titus, you look like you might get swept out of here, though.
That's okay. I had some tough picks in there.
Well, actually, you know what? Never mind. I should take that back because you had some really, really bad picks, but unfortunately, you have SGA, Cooper Flag, and Missoula. So you might actually have a lot of good ones. But your bad picks were really bad, and your good picks were going to be obviously easy. So
That's usually how I do it. Give me the obvious one stuff, and the rest is all trash.
Yeah.
All right, but going into like you said, we had something.
Yeah, on the tiebreakers too, Chris. I think you're going to sweep that one out. So if there are any ties, you're going to be really close.
I think I got like 3 picks, so it's
yeah,
cool.
I think
but
yeah, I think you're exactly spot on SGA's free throw attempts per game. I think he's legitimately averaging 9 exactly on the nose. So good for you. Made me sick to read that he's averaging 9 free throw attempts a game.
That's a lot.
Sicko.
Chris was on it though.
Yeah, it was.
All right, well, we got some potentially changing scenarios here in the play-in. Like we said, all right, so here's kind of the rundown of who's in the play. We'll start in the West, mostly because that is settled. The 4 teams are Phoenix at 7 right now, LA Clippers at 8, Portland at 9, and Golden State at 10 right now. Phoenix and Golden State look like they'll stay there. Maybe some potential for Portland and LA to swap, but I think this is probably the lineup. And are any of these teams kind of scary to you guys? Other than maybe us just pulling for Portland to get into the playoffs and get the Bulls another pick, Chris?
Are the Blazers fun to watch? Is that what you're asking me? If the
Are they like? Is any of these teams kind of scary? The West is a little bit more top heavy, I think. Where
I thought the Clippers would be a little scary, and then I looked at the matchups, and they're 0-3 against the Spurs, 0-2 against the Thunder. They don't beat the good teams. They're playing well. Kawhi's fine. He's not gonna get. He's gonna keep playing, I guess. Cool. We're just gonna keep doing this. Just like,
matter of time, right?
But I don't really think any of these teams are scary. So
I was
named again.
It was Phoenix, the Clippers, Portland, and Golden State.
So okay. I want to make sure it was no, they're not. None of them. No,
none of them worried about you.
The Suns lost to the Rockets. I thought maybe if the Suns can, with Brooks back, look a little more competitive, they can maybe make the Spurs, get to 6 or 7. But
okay, and that's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, none of these matchups in the West are particularly exciting to me. We can go to the East too to see a little bit more juice. So Atlanta and Toronto are in the 5-6 slot right now, but still could potentially move. The 76ers, surprisingly, they're in the 7th slot. Orlando, my darling, in the 8th slot. And then Charlotte sort of on the rise, but still in the 9th slot. And Miami in the 10th slot. Joey, any of those teams kind of give you some pause? Who do you think are the 4 maybe that are going to end up in the play-in? Does Atlanta or Toronto fall back down? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think Atlanta falls. They've been playing pretty decent as of late. Toronto, like they've kind of just stuck where they are and just kind of rode it out. So I kind of feel like it's set. The team that obviously gives me some concern, I guess, or not me, but if you were another team, would be the Hornets. But what really, I feel like they need to get out of 9. I feel like they need 2 cracks because Miami is like a play-in weirdo, and like they somehow seem to be there every year, and they always manage to get out of it, and they just like they live there, right? It's their room, it's their comfort.
They're not going to be scared of the play.
Like they don't care. So Charlotte being new to it, I mean, I guess Kobe White's not new to it, so I guess they got that going for them, which is nice.
Leadership.
So maybe, he's got some quality veteran leadership.
Playing leadership.
The Hornets been playing really well. It's weird to look at. You look at the last 10; they're 7-3 in the last 10, and they're still only 43-37.
Yeah.
It's just how bad their start was. If they could have kind of not had that, they would have been cruising away. But the 76ers, like, I'm so happy that they just been sitting here in this spot and nobody's had to talk about them. And just kind of forgot that Paul George was suspended for 25 games and then came back and it wasn't a big deal. Like nobody gave a shit.
That has to be a thing that they did that just get under the cap. That was too convenient.
Oh, conspiracy theories. Hey man, take these PEDs just to get us under here. All right, dude. It's cool.
Like, it's just because of my mental health. It's like, then nobody will care because mental health is like,
you can't say anything about it.
I really want to see the Magic and the Hornets get out of the play-in.
Yeah.
I want to see the Hornets against the Pistons because I think as much as I love the Pistons this season, and I would hate for them to be upset by the Hornets, I think that would just be kind of fun, like overall kind of cool for the Hornets to be like they're announcing their arrival for next season and going forward that like they took down the Pistons. Do you guys like Paolo Banchero? Like I go back and forth. I'm like, I feel like I do, but then like sometimes I'm like, dude, you kind of suck.
He's got like tunnel vision.
I kind of like him, and I'm like, I kind of want to see him like have like a moment where it's like I'm actually good and I kind of can live up to the stuff that the expectations that everybody had for me. But I feel like he's kind of just forgotten as like a high potential guy.
Yeah, he's one of those stars. I think if you could get something for him, if I was the crazy GM, that's something I would do.
Bulls are calling.
Bulls are calling. But I like your picks there as far as it's just kind of some fresh blood. Obviously, Charlotte's going to be fun if they can get into the playoffs, and then Orlando at least is. I mean, yeah, they've been in the playoffs last year, but at least they're like a younger team on the rise. Where the 76ers feel like maybe they're in some sort of a transition period from Paul George and Embiid to the next wave of it. Chris, any teams you're excited for? Go ahead.
I kind of want Miami to like have to. Sorry, I want Miami to have to like cut this team apart too.
Yeah,
like I want them to fail, Miami, and I want them to be like Bam has to go. Maybe they trade Hero finally. Like I kind of want to see it end and like they do something different.
Yeah, Miami's just Chicago with better PR and better weather, right?
Yes,
and a better general manager,
allegedly, and a better coach, allegedly.
Mm-hmm. Spoelstra is the guy that gets a lot of love. That I'm like, I don't know. Do we need to give him the love? I mean, I guess he's made it a couple times with.
Yeah, too, I mean, the fact that they gave him a contract right after his divorce was kind of funny.
That's an all-time move. So
the closeness of the organization is respectable. But so I have a weird thing with the Hornets. I like the Hornets, but I don't like the players. Like this is the perfect example of like I need to disconnect myself of their personality of the team with their play on the court.
Yeah,
like, LaMelo Ball is legitimately like a really fun player to watch.
Yes,
terrible.
He's a moron.
Out of the basketball court, just doing his. Like,
he's a ball.
He's terrible. But on the court, he's a wizard. And I'm watching him play. And what that team is building is really cool. I see Miles Bridges. He has his own things and kind of weird things. He's fine, but like it's a rookie. We'll see if some things come out. But all that to say, the Hornets would be way more fun to watch than the Magic or the Sixers in a playoff series against the Pistons.
For sure.
And even if they go against Boston, the Hornets are not winning that at all. Right?
No.
But at least it's fun if it's against the Pistons. Maybe there is something in like the clash of personalities there would be really with the Pistons. You could just see Big Stu and LaMelo maybe getting into it for whatever reason. And but honestly though, like the more I think about it, like if everyone wants to maybe talk themselves into the Sixers, that if Embiid can play,
if you do that move,
like can he play 3 in a row? So
I don't.
Yeah, but all right. Well, I think that's good. The play-in's always the play-in. No Bulls this year to talk about. So in that range, no little bit of excitement.
Isn't it great that like they don't make the play-in and they're like, all right, you know what? Let's fire everybody.
Yeah.
You missed the play-in?
You missed the. How dare you?
You know how much money I make off of that game?
Yeah.
If I get a home game.
These idiots come out for this. Standing room only. They're here for this.
Man, it's been a long season, and that was like the absolute dagger that I didn't need. Like you didn't make the play-in, and everying has to get blown up. That was the straw. It wasn't Jaden Ivey. It was the fact that they were eliminated from the play-in.
Hey guys, we're missing out on our checks here, guys. We can't be doing this.
It's embarrassing. Yeah, nothing else is embarrassing. Just that.
Well, anything else for you guys tonight?
The Timberwolves are going to play the Nuggets most likely. Playoff stuff a lot next week.
How are you feeling about that?
Not great.
I didn't like that. I checked the standings today and I was like, ooh,
Now,
I
worst
like
case
that.
scenario is going on right now. Last year was best case scenario, and now we're getting the flip, and it could be a short ride for Minnesota.
Minnesota.
If you guys had to place a bet, would you say that the extreme exception rules for the 65 games gets applied over or under 3 times this season? Because Luka is apparently applying for the special exemption.
You should get it because of the child.
Cade is going to apply, they said, because if he plays tonight and then the final 3 games, he'll miss it by 1.
Yeah.
And then Wemby needs to play 1, I think, of the last 3, and they've been very shady about what happened with his ribs or whatever. So it's kind of unknown if he's playing or not. So there's 3 players who will be, 1 or 2 games short here of the 65 games, and they're all talking about applying for this special exemption that gets arbitrated by a random third-party person between NBA and NBA PA.
I think those 3 guys should be in the mix for the awards.
But do you think that they get it approved, or are they setting the precedent and they refuse to do it?
Yeah, they should get it approved.
They should get it approved. Whether or not the league will do it, yeah, you're right. I don't know.
I think it's under. I think Adam Silver says tough shit and roll 65, and it is what it is.
60. It's so weird. 65 is not that many. Like, we've had MVP races where Derrick Rose played all 82, LeBron played 82, Dwight Howard played 79. And it's like, well, he missed 3 games, so maybe he shouldn't get. But like now, it's like, can he play 60? Yeah. Like, what's going on this year? It's such a weird thing. Like,
yeah,
it's weird, man.
It can't just be missing games. It's got to be like missing games for like rest. If you miss games because of injury, then you got to let the voters decide, right? Like, if you miss half a season because you got hurt, then that'll be decided. If you miss 9 games or 11 games like Kay did because you have a collapsed lung, people will figure that out.
Yeah.
Like, if you miss 2 games because you had a kid, Luka shouldn't be disqualified because he went to Slovenia to see his kid get born. That's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. It's asinine.
But there's guys like Kawhi who always sit for rest. He's at 63 right now. And I think he'll qualify for 65.
That dude has fucked up the league more than people give him credit for, and it needs to be acknowledged and called out. He created the 65 game rule. Let's call it what it is.
It is the Kawhi rule.
And he's potentially going to get the Clipper. I mean, he's probably not, but the aspiration thing is just whatever.
Yeah, it's just a weird thing.
Sucks.
It does feel like there's no momentum on that. It's kind of weird, but
just they're hoping people forget about it.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of that.
Pablo won't.
Although I think he did his last pod on it. He said, at least the last one I saw. So, all right. Well, that is it for us tonight. Follow us on social media at the Box Out Boys. Slide those DMs. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on YouTube and Spotify and TikTok. We very much appreciate that. So for me and the boys, until next time, guys, Box out.